Welcome to Wikipedia Explained, where we cover a specific topic with a Wikipedia page every day. Today you will learn everything about Palestine and Israel in just under 7 minutes. Make sure to watch until the end of the video so you don't miss out on the most interesting information. If you learned something new from this video, leave a like and comment your thoughts down below. Nestled on the eastern shores of the Mediterranean Sea, we find a land steeped in history, a land that has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the birth of religions, and the ceaseless march of human civilization. This is Palestine, a name echoing through millennia, a land that has been fiercely contested for its strategic location and its profound religious significance. From the ancient Canaanites and Philistines to the Israelites, Romans, and Ottomans, ancient ruins whispering tales of forgotten empires and the ebb and flow of human existence. This land, however, is not just a silent testament to a bygone era. It is a living, breathing entity, pulsating with the energy of its people, their hopes, their dreams, their struggles. For Palestine is also a land of deep-rooted conflict, a land where the echoes of ancient battles intertwine with the complexities of modern geopolitics. Palestine holds immense religious significance for Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. For Jews, it is the promised land where Abraham received God's covenant. For Christians, it is the Holy Land where Jesus Christ lived and rose again. Muslims revere it as the land of the Prophet Muhammad's night journey. This shared heritage adds complexity to Palestine's history. In the late 19th century, amidst growing anti-Semitism in Europe, a movement emerged that would have profound implications for Palestine. Zionism. This movement called for the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, a land they considered their ancestral birthright. Driven by a desire for self-determination, Zionist Jews began migrating to Palestine, then under Ottoman rule. They established agricultural communities, revived Hebrew as a spoken language, and laid the groundwork for a future Jewish state. This influx of Jewish immigrants increased tensions with the local Arab population, who viewed the Zionist movement as a threat to their own presence and future in the land they had called home for generations. The Balfour Declaration of 1917, in which the British government expressed support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, further fueled the flames of conflict. This declaration, while acknowledging the civil and religious rights of the existing non-Jewish communities, set the stage for a bitter struggle for control of Palestine, a struggle that continues to this day. In 1947, the United Nations voted to partition Palestine into 2 states. The plan was rejected by Arab leaders, leading to the 1948 war. Israel won, expanding its territory beyond the UN plan. This victory displaced hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Jerusalem was left divided, shaping future conflicts. The decades following the 1948 war saw a series of wars and uprisings that further entrenched the divisions between Israelis and Palestinians. The 1967 Six-Day War, in which Israel occupied the West Bank, East Jerusalem, the Gaza Strip, the Sinai Peninsula, and the Golan Heights, dramatically altered the balance of power in the region. The occupation of these territories, considered illegal under international law, led to the displacement of more Palestinians and the establishment of Israeli settlements in the West Bank, further complicating the prospects for peace. The Palestinian struggle for self-determination gained momentum in the 1980s with the First Intifada, a mass uprising against Israeli occupation in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. This uprising, characterized by civil disobedience, demonstrations, and armed resistance, brought the Palestinian issue back to the forefront of international attention, highlighting the human cost of the ongoing conflict and the urgent need for a just and lasting resolution. The early 1990s witnessed a glimmer of hope with the signing of the Oslo Accords between Israel and the Palestine Liberation Organization, or PLO. These historic agreements, signed in 1993 and 1995, were based on the principle of land for peace, with Israel agreeing to withdraw from parts of the occupied territories in exchange for PLO recognition of Israel's right to exist in peace. The Oslo Accords led to the establishment of the Palestinian Authority, a self-governing body, and raised hopes for a two-state solution, with an independent Palestinian state existing alongside Israel. However, the Oslo process ultimately faltered, hampered by continued violence, expansion of Israeli settlements, and a lack of trust between the two sides. The Second Intifada, which erupted in 2000 following the failure of peace negotiations, further dimmed the prospects for a negotiated settlement. This uprising, marked by suicide bombings and Israeli military incursions, led to the deaths of thousands of Palestinians and Israelis and deepened the cycle of violence and mistrust. Today, the Israeli-Palestinian conflict remains one of the world's most intractable conflicts. The two-state solution, once seen as the most viable path to peace, appears increasingly difficult to track down. The expansion of Israeli settlements in the West Bank, the continued blockade of Gaza, and the lack of a unified Palestinian leadership pose significant obstacles to peace. The situation is further complicated by the rise of Hamas, an Islamist militant group that controls the Gaza Strip, and the deep divisions within both Israeli and Palestinian societies. The international community continues to call for a negotiated two-state solution, but the path to peace remains fraught with challenges. The future of Israel and Palestine remains uncertain. Will they find a way to coexist peacefully, or will the cycle of violence and mistrust continue? The answer to this question will depend on the willingness of both sides to make difficult choices, to compromise, and to work towards a future where peace and security prevail for all. That's it for today's topic. If you can't wait for the next video, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on tomorrow's topic on Wikipedia Explained.